What is going on, guys? This is Miasin, and this is gonna be OCG metagame breakdown number 0, but for the July... Is this even the July 2007? Apparently, for the new format, 102 top-performing decks from 19 tournaments that were held in Japan, mainland China during June 16th to 30th, played under the new limit regulation, so the new ban list for the OCG. And basically what they did was kind of similar to us in a way, where they banned the Drancia, and that card was really popular in Brigade Zodiac. So could we see Brigade Zodiac still be the best deck, or is it gonna die? Who's gonna be the best now? Who knows? But before we start into this video, my man or my woman, make sure you smash the thumbs up and subscribe button. That would help me out a lot to keep existing on this planet. And now let's get right into it. So as you can see, no, Brigade Zodiac no longer the best deck. Now it's actually Virtual World. Why? Well, because VFD is still a thing and we don't have the card. However, with that being said, today or maybe tomorrow, depends on my mood, because I just came back from the gym and right now it's almost midnight, I will make a video on how or why potentially Virtual World is just so good, and especially in the TCG, because yeah, sure, OCG is different from the TCG, but we do have a few things in common, and there is one card that is really interesting in the Virtual World deck that people aren't really talking about enough, because it opens you to so many options, and I will make a video on that card specifically in details as soon as I possibly can. So Virtual World 20.6%, this is very similar to when it was full power with like multiple copies of VFD, and at the end of the day, 3 VFD or 1 VFD, it doesn't change that much. You're still under VFD, you still can't play the game, you still have to pass and they kill you, so this is pretty nasty. And then Brigade with 11.8%, still good. I mean, shockingly enough, even without Drancia, the deck is still pretty nice. It's just shocking because they still have Mystic Mine, they still have so many cards that would really be insane against the deck, because you can't just go, oh, Drancia, Detach Material, pop your Mystic Mine. That no longer works, so pretty scary. Prank Kids, on the other hand, 9.8%. Honestly, this is kind of something that we could imagine in the TCG as well. Pretty realistic. Even Code Talker is a great deck, even though this is probably going to have even more representation when we're finally going to be getting the Code Talker Heat Soul. And then Dragon Maid always solidifying itself in the top 15 best decks, but it's always kind of like, is it like one of the best, or like it's okay? And then we have Drytron. Again, when a deck like the thing with Dragon Maid, Code Talker, etc. is that they can play so many hand traps, but at the same time they don't really lose to hand traps, which is nice. But a deck like Drytron is a bit more explosive and aggressive, so it loses to hand traps a little bit more. Well, Maxi is a big one, right? And they have Maxi, we don't. So Drytron is going to be a bit better in the TCG because we don't have Maxi, so they can kind of pop off a bit better. And after that, there's Thunder Dragon. Again, Super Bolt is a thing there, but not here. Brigade Lyrilusk, interesting. Well, again, Lyrilusk is also a better deck in the OCG because they have Insem Blue Robin and Beryl Canary. And Zephyra, obviously this deck doesn't exist in the TCG. Well, I mean, it does, but it's not even close to being as good. We're missing so many cards. And then, yeah, Endymion, Shaddoll, Eldritch, Hero, Adignister, Adamantipator, Amazement, Dragon Link, Numeron, Phantom Knight, Salamangreat. This deck is nuts in the TCG. Now, Mirage Talio is unfair. Brandish, Spiral, Stealth Kraken, the frick? Really? I mean, it's actually kind of a nice deck, honestly. Fish is good. And True Draco. Alright, now let's actually see what they're writing. Well, just like I said, Drancia being banned is just, it was the nail on the, the nail on the coffin. I don't even know the expression. I'm not an English speaker, but it was enough to make the deck not bad, or not even like, it's still really good, but less good than Virtual World. So Virtual World finally leapfrogged it, or whatever you call it. Wow, interesting. He's playing 2-2 and 2 Nyan, whatever. Apart from that, the rest of the main deck very, very stapley. No Foolish Goods, which is interesting. Oh, Crossout Designator. This is nice. They play Crossout Designator where it's still an OCG exclusive. When are we ever gonna get the card? Hopefully not anytime soon, because it's pretty cancer. Yeah, I don't want people to counter Nibiru and stuff like that. It's really, this card has no business existing. And then, yeah, Emergency Teleport at 2 must be nice. Cosmo players, Mutant players, and yeah, Chuche and Zhuanghu, yeah. And then for the extra deck, absolutely nothing interesting. He's not playing Fortune Tune, he's playing Break Sword instead. Zeus, blah blah blah, Nibiru, Lancia, Lightning Storm, Duster, Dark Ruler, not Forbidden Drop, obviously. Would be kind of expensive to send a lot of monsters, you really need them. And then yeah, Twin Twister, Red Reboot, whoa. Okay, alright, now let's get into Tri-Brigade. Have you noticed something? The deck still plays Tenki, but it no longer has that many cards to search. Matter of fact, the only search target from Tenki is Fractale. And there's another thing that kinda, I don't know, gives me eye cancer. The 2 Gamma and 1 Driver, every time I see this, I just want to vomit. Rescue Cat at 1 is pretty hilarious, LMAO. And how many handshots is that anyways? 5, 8, 10... Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, just cut Driver, it's a brick anyways, right? Well, yeah, the Tri-Brigade lineup is the exact same as when they used to play, you know, with Zodiac cards. So ironically, this is like a pure Tri-Brigade deck, but it actually has less plays than the Tri-Brigade Zodiac. This honestly looks pretty inconsistent. And not inconsistent, but it looks borderline impossible to combo off turn 1. Like, you need an unfair hand. Like, you really need a good hand. Like, you need Tenki into Fractale, you lose to Ash 100% of the time, unless you have Gamma, if you're good at the game, or Called by the Grave, or Crossout Designator, which he doesn't play anyways. I don't know, Torrential Tribute, really? Would I really play this? I mean, it's good against Virtual World, to be completely honest with you. So this is a good meta call for him, because Virtual World is just taking like 20% of the representation. So if you're living in the OCG, this is a correct card to play. And Omega, by the way, nicely thought out, because the Gamma resolving on your turn, making Omega and ripping another card, really nice. It's actually insane how Nibiru is just a bit more popular in the OCG than the TCG. In the TCG, sorry, some people aren't even siding Nibiru. Like, it's nowhere in the main deck or side deck, which is crazy. But in the OCG now, everybody is playing Nibiru somewhere. Which is nice, because in the TCG, it's impossible to main deck the card with, like, Sky Striker and Salamangreat. Sky Striker being that good, Salamangreat loses really hard to Nibiru. And, yeah. Anyways, 3 Desires, blah, blah, blah. The rest is pretty whatever. And, yeah, yeah, I mean, it feels nice when you don't have to play, like, 6 Xyz monsters in your extra deck anymore, so you can start playing, like, a bunch of 2-ofs Link monsters. I like that a lot. And then, yeah, okay, I'm going to explain the Sanctum package. This is insane. So if you're playing a combo deck in general, if someone handshaps you to death, if you only have extenders in your deck, you're not doing anything. So you're pretty much just passing and you're gonna die. But if you're going first and your deck doesn't need that many cards to combo off, you can start playing cards like Sanctum, Different Dimension Ground, Anti-Spell, Imperial Order, and even if you get handshapped, you don't necessarily need the out to their handshap, you need the out to their engine, and a card like Sanctum single-handedly does that, which is really scary. And even if you set Artifact Scythe, since people are playing Lightning Storm, Duster, whatever, Twin Twister, it's probably gonna be triggered anyway, so it's not that bad. So I like this a lot, and he's also playing Lancia, by the way, Lancia is a Sanctum target. So if you're going first in the mirror match, you can, Lancia is a Sanctum target, yeah, exactly, oh my god. You can actually special summon this instead of summoning the Scythe, even though it's pretty stupid, but you can. But yeah, it's pretty stupid. And this is only, like, relevant if you're playing against, like, Infernoids, because the deck doesn't summon from the extra deck, but, you know. Anyways, oh, and by the way, another thing that I kind of want to mention, now this is a misplay that I've seen back in the days at locals in, like, 20-something, 16, 17. Some people were playing Shaddoll Fusion, not like Shadolls, but like Shaddoll Fusion as like a package, and the opponent had like an Artifact Sanctum, so they would go like Shaddoll Fusion, they would chain Sanctum, thinking that it would work like Dimension Barrier, but the thing is, Sanctum isn't the card restricting the opponent from the extra deck, it's Scythe. So this is going to resolve in a separate chain link, but Shaddoll Fusion is still gonna have that juice effect, so definitely have to watch out. If you want to play around Shaddoll Fusion, like if you're playing against Shaddolls, shotgun this Sanctum on standby. This also plays around Denko Sekka. Anyways, moving forward into Prank Kids, this one of Nibiru is mostly here for Crossout Designator. It's actually not really here for, what's his face? Main decking Lancia in order to beat both Tri-Brigade and Virtual World. Now, I want to say, if you're a genius, look at this, man. Let's do some quick maths. 20.6% plus 11.8%. That's approximately like 32%-ish. 32.4 if my maths are not too garbage. So 32.4% is almost like 1 deck out of 3 that you're facing is going to play a deck that seriously needs to banish to play. Like Virtual World, without banishing, can't use the effect of Qinglong, Chooch, Zhuanghu, Desires, which is really bad, and Tri-Brigade, all their monsters become vanilla, so pretty bad for them. So main decking a card like Lancia is just really good. Prank Kids, I want to say, to be completely honest with you, I think is actually the best deck to play in the OCG. If I were you, living there, I would be playing Prankids main decking 3 Artifact Lancia, because even if you're playing against a matchup that doesn't really lose to Lancia, the really cool thing is that Roxy's, you can draw one and then banish one, so the Lancia is always kind of doing something, which is really nice. And Jewel and Logbird, again, that's probably a card, yeah, not really to counter. Yeah, I mean, you draw Jewel off of Maxi, and then you do it against Drytron, and they can't do anything. Apart from that, I really like the variety with the cards, just in general. It's a pretty nice deck list, I like it. How many hand traps is that? 3, 6, 8, 10, 12... Okay, 12 hand traps and 11 board-breaking cards. Yeah, the Prankid deck is just a force to be reckoned with. And the extra deck is no joke either. Pankratops, another Nibiru, Lancia, Droll, Ghost Bell, Variety City, man. Oh my god, 2 Gamma and 1 Driver. I have cancer! Oh, I live in America! Well, in the continent, not really in the country of the United States. So, you know, us, we hate seeing 2 Gamma and 1 Driver. It has to be 3 Gamma and 1 Driver. And yeah, 2 Lightning Storm, blah blah blah. Yeah, in conclusion, Drancia getting banned was like not the end of the world for them, but at the same time, it's just that it killed a version of the deck. But the thing is, it's still playable under this build. So the purer version of Tri-Brigade, but it's still good. It's just less good. And yeah, I mean, since the top decks kind of got a bit of a nerf, there's just a bit more variety in the kind of decks that can exist after that, like Code Talker, Dragon Maid, Drytron, etc. Which is kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know what you guys think of all that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and I'll see you next time. Peace.